And good evening everyone who is watching the stream of VOD arrives on air, and welcome to my another Daisy stream. This one's going to be short one. There's been kinda a longer one yesterday, it was Helion, a longish one day before yesterday, that was Daisy. Today just a little bit of Daisy, and we're going to continue the story of a character that I haven't played in a week, maybe two. The character with steel jack-o'-lantern in his pocket. So still has some loot from that event. What's the name? Crap. Halloween event, of course. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to go to the bunker and use night vision there as the night vision, sorry, jack-o'-lantern as night vision, because this thing works as night vision if you put it on your head. The difference between normal night vision goggles and this is that it's visible in the dark. It's not glowing, it's not casting any light when you're wearing it, but it's glowing itself, let's put it that way. So that's what I wanted to do, and I'm going to leave that character in the underground base, so just to see if I can then, not on stream, later randomly log in and scare some people in the bunker maybe. Gonna get you, good evening, welcome. Yeah, Mr. Piggy. As for the character that we played with yesterday, day before yesterday, unfortunately that one is a little bit that one is alive, but the car unfortunately is gone. Gonna get you, thank you again for the heads up. So this character is going to need some food. Oh, is it deer? Was it a deer call? It sounds like a deer. That is actually pretty great. And we have enough room. So let's just do it. Savanna. So let's start with some hunting. So the only purpose of this character was to survive long enough to get to the bunker. It has the cart. Now we need to get some food, almost forgot about that, and then water. The only way to get water would be a polyana, so we'll have to pay a visit to that place. Should be, yep, here we go. Let's do some super silent hunting. Fill the can and forgot to grab it. Which one we're talking about? Which can did I feel? So with this one you got to aim for the heart. It's a little bit away from me, so I'm just going to aim for the chest. Super evil hunting. The last can in the cargo bay. When I was looting, Okay. Well, if it when I was looting, lost one, left one behind. Well, happens. At least it wasn't the blue one. That's like seems to be pretty hard to find. Mm-hmm. In the refinery. Yeah. Okay, so the raw resource scan. At least it was just a raw resource scan, not a big deal. Okay, let's see. Going to take only the best Ooh, okay. So let's take all the pieces here. That's a little bit more than I bargained for. Just a noobs. Yeah, this is just a noobs. So we still have this left. And then we have another deer here. So since I got them both, let's pick the best pieces only. So they are all actually pretty solid, to be honest. Nothing really to complain about. And the best fat, I guess. Okay, this is actually a ton of food right away. Good. Room for 2 more. Well, I think that's gonna be enough. So this fat is not that good. Now let's get to the house with the fireplace. Cannot cook it, unfortunately, outside. I'm gonna try that stealthy cooking again, but with the big stove, because of the big fireplace, because that house is going to have the big fireplace for us. So this is the best place to cook for miles, I think. This house actually has 2 stoves, 2 fireplaces. So, which is sorta kinda super cool. Can we use this dry bag to get some bark? To keep some bark dry after cutting it. Let's see. Hey. The dry bag stays dry. Perfectly dry bag. Okay, let's get this party started. There's some here, some here, some here, just to see it all at once. Matches. Damp. Yeah, okay, forgot about that part. Let's take the bag again and get some sticks this time. Oh, they do not fit in there. You gotta be kidding me. Not sharpen. Not sharpen. Just split it. God, this is not an X, man. What are you even doing? Okay, it stayed dry. Good. Keeping things dry. I think my pants would protect it, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. So we're gonna need one hand drill kit, and then we are going to get our matches dry. Going just to leave them on the ground, since right now they are completely useless. Okay, so the fireplace, fire consisting only of one piece of bark. For very stealthy cooking. And the fire's out. All we have is ashes, but the cooking has started. So blistering, it's when the fire's here, when the fire's still burning, and after that it becomes just hot, but hot enough to keep the process going. Yeah, I'm not going to shut the door. That confuses the hell out of people, because everybody just closes doors. And I prefer not to close them, just for this exact reason. If somebody runs to the house, they might just jump in, thinking it's empty because the door's open, not seeing the smoke, and well, if I'm lucky, they cannot hear the sizzling noises, and I would hear them actually before they might hear me here. The matches are still damp, not going to probably get any drier, unless just because of being in a relatively dry room. That's going to be like 3 tons of food. Okay. That's already a ton of meats, actually. To just cook on one piece of bark. Hey, I didn't pick up it. 1 and 2. Okay, I think I managed to cook a whole deer on just one small piece of bark. Not going to complain. Okay, now I'm officially full. That happened a little bit too fast. Finally. Finally, it has stopped. Let's grab the ones we need. Well, we need all of them, so I'm not going to leave them behind to anything. Pum, pum, pum. Putting on big stove. Yeah. Need another piece of bark. Let's go and get that. Probably 2 pieces of bark. The match is still going to be damp. Yep. And this is damp too. You got to be kidding me. Should have used the, well, the compact combat backpack. Seems to keep some of the things, at least some of the things, dry. The pants are cargos, I think. So won't keep anything dry either. The backpack is damp. Yeah, it's soaked, so it's going to make everything like that. Okay. Drop it on the ground, come on. Couple is enough. Just keep it dry. Wait a second. I might be able to use the ashes to start the fire again. Ah no, not be able. So the ashes are dead now. Rena Junes, good evening, welcome. Nothing special. I'm not even going for much to... Not the fireplace. Not even going for much today. It's like, it's gonna be a short one. So I kinda streamed for quite long time yesterday and yesterday and day before yesterday. Try to remember when. So this one's going to be a short one. Okay. We gotta finish the cooking and be on our way. Oh, I started getting plus even for just a split second. Use the dumb bark. Well, it did work. Maybe it wasn't damp enough. This one's not getting cooked. Yep, now it is. Where's the last one? Here's the last one. Yeah, I got the temperature bonus only for just half a minute. Well, it's nice to see, nice to know that there is the streak with very stealthy cooking. But for example, on Sahal, it's useless because you would need your temperature bonus always. So if you start a fire, you gotta have a fire, not just glowing ashes. And the last piece of meats. So all this meat I just cooked using 2 pieces of bark. And most of the time there was no smoke coming out of the chimney. Okay, now we are going back to Polyana because that's the only safe water source around here. And I don't have water purification tablets. The deer are still here. Nice. Okay. Let's see if I can keep the right direction towards the town. And I think we gotta keep eating, because this amount of food, it's just a ridiculous amount of food for me to have in my pockets. It's better to have it in my stomach, in my character's stomach. Can hear places getting gassed. The tower's still over there. Didn't get any closer somehow. Well, I suppose it's not going to be that long. Well, unless if I manage to lock myself inside, well, behind that underwater thingy, well, behind the water obstacle, behind the flooded tunnels. So maybe... Yeah, and because everything that I have gets pretty much immediately damp, I cannot even take some... wait, what am I even doing? Just give me a second. Oh, already. Mountain Man, thank you very much. So... Because I don't have any water resistant clothes, everything I just take during the rain. Okay. There's that, I guess. The shell coming down without an explosion. Everything I take, put in my pockets, becomes wet in the rain immediately. That's the thought I tried, the sentence I tried to finish several times, and I was getting interrupted. Maybe they hit the lake. That one I think took out the Swarag base. Sploosh. Okay. Gotta keep eating. Gotta keep eating. It would be nice if okay, of course, the shelling. The thing without the shells is that they are extremely fragile. These vials with POX. So they don't even need a proper explosion. They just need to hit the ground hard. Even inside the container, they might still get all crushed. Just because of the shell hitting the ground. So probably no dots there, but if it was possible for the rain to precipitate gas faster, even to maybe like precipitate the gas of the permanent gas zones for a little bit, for like random amounts of time. That'd be amazing. Though Livonia would just then become very popular all of a sudden. It's like super rainy. So there's like a beeping noise in that helicopter sound. A little bit. And I have a feeling, I'm not like really familiar with any avionics and whatnot, but I have a feeling that beeping noise was recorded inside the cabin of a vehicle, flying vehicle, so we should be able to hear that beeping noise. And I don't think falling helicopters like make loud beeping noises. All sorts of noises, but not like dashboard electronics. So we need to go over there. And the rest we simply do not need at all. Not seeing any zombies in the town. So probably empty. But this place gets people even on completely empty servers. So gotta be careful there. Feast, good evening, welcome, welcome, welcome. Making 2 AM food, the best food ever. We've had actually such a nice evening today. I don't know, can you like jinx something that happened in the past? Because like we went to a place that's not like a fine dining or anything. But the food there is fine dining. Well, on par, really good. And like super wide choice. Hamburgers, pasta, pizza, Georgian cuisine. Not like the US state of Georgia, but the country Georgia. Uzbek cuisine, so amazing like place in terms of the amount of food you can get. Some Asian food, more than just one option. Paquet and Vietnamese. So and they have license only to sell beer and beer like stuff, so low alcoholic beverage. They don't have license to sell wine or anything stronger, so no liquors. That's how it is in Russia. You got to have license for that. So they do not mind if you bring your own wine or like whatever you want. So, and we got a nice bottle of Georgian wine, Georgia, the country, not the state, and had some Georgian cuisine with Georgian wine. So it was like super nice. I keep forgetting that that place actually allows your own alcohol because they cannot serve you alcohol. So the only thing they require you to have like a receipt that you bought it today for, in case of authorities, if somebody comes to check that they didn't sell it to you, that you purchased it somewhere else, and you have a proof of purchase. So Such a freaking nice place. And yeah, I know there's such thing as enshittification of everything. This place stayed like that for a pretty long time. Fish and chips from your local place. Yeah, actually the only thing they don't have there, it's like probably fish and chips. No, they have chips, I mean fries. Lot of versions of them, but more than one. No spaghetti after. I'm gonna get you, are evil. After some cabling, yeah, you'd want some spaghetti, of course. They zip tied it in the air. Well, yeah. So no spaghettis, no even some noodles. Yeah, hardcore. That's hardcore. Oh, that's a screamer. Of all the guys, this is this one. Okay. Whatever. I'll just shoot the rest of them. Yeah, no. I probably wouldn't even try to do that. Feastmaster. Oh, of course, man. Guten Appetit. Aren't you a little bit too agile? Zombie, I mean, not feast. God. And of course it has food. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I've dealt only with colored cables and gray ones, so no spaghetti dreams after that, but I kinda understand what you're talking about. That'll come in handy. Another canteen. Can have more water with me. Okay, my character is... But the stomach of my character is empty, so let's start rehydrating. Yeah. That's like... I'd never try to go up that high up in the air to like do any cable work. I would just... Unless it's a proper, what's it called, lift. The thing on a crane. So, a proper one. But, a ton of white cables, yeah. I try to not deal with that stuff. That'd be super painful. Actually, these rounds are kinda my rounds. Yeah, let's take them. So now, 2 canteens we have. Let's fill them up. and do some serious rehydration. One canteen. Where's the other one? Here it is. Another one. So one we can drink right away. And maybe we'll wait a little bit and then have another one. And then refill them both. Never actually noticed the titles of these books. Gorka, the city that did not perish. We wouldn't call it really a city. History of Chernorussian State by Maxim Kuznetsov. Yep. Okay. That's some books alright. The Lost Man. That's a backpack that I'm wearing right now and a Mosin rifle. And this is unreadable. I'm just going to wait a little bit in the bushes. This one at least doesn't have food. For the stomach to get empty again. Everything I could ring out, I actually wrong out. Ring it out. What the past tense would be. So yeah, that's pretty much all the preparations. We just have another canteen of water, refill it, and we are ready to go. We will leave for the bunker. Come on. The stomach is not full anymore, but we gotta wait a little bit longer, just a couple minutes longer, to have enough room in the stomach for the canteen, for the water from the canteen, not just the canteen itself. And the weather's getting nice and shiny again. You know why we have so many these like small fences that sort of like protects around small pieces of forests with like younger trees. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this here. So I'm not really going out in the woods a lot these days. Plus, there's no really wild woods around where I live, or like any big woods, to be honest. So I used to with my grandparents. Remember I told you about mushroom hunting? There was like berry picking too and whatnot. So, but I've never seen like these sort of kind of, how you would call it, places for growing up young trees. So, and we have them a lot in Livonia. I have a feeling because of Sumrak. Because Sumrak IRL has built such a thing and planted a bunch of trees there, a lot of trees in such thing, and that was quite some time ago. The trees are all pretty big these days. So, but he has like his own fenced part of the woods where he grew up some just trees, replenishing the tree population. That's the only reason these things exist. It's not like private property. It's just helping the woods to grow. And how do I know about Sumrak building one of these and growing some trees in there? Because he posted it on Twitter. With progress over the years of that spot in the woods. So he had planted quite some trees there. I don't know, actually Livonia is a pretty old map from Arma 3 Contact DLC. But I'm not sure that when it was Livonia in just the Contact DLC, it had the small segments of young forest. Fence protected. Okay, so we are fully energized, we are fully hydrated, we have quite some food, we have a little bit of water. We have room, so maybe I'll take even some. I'm not sure you can make fires down there, but I'll try. So if it's, well, it's gonna all get freaking soaked. No, if I put it in my pants or in my hoodie that's dry already, that's not going to be soaked. Okay, so I can try to bring in some dry wood. Okay. I've done this run the last time on Monday, so a little bit of running again we got to do the same path. Drive under torch. An idea. That's an idea. But if I go swimming, which I actually might, that'll make things pretty hard. I just need another clothes. I'm not wearing the best ones in terms of like insulation and water resistance and whatnot. Yeah. Good idea. But would it work with wet sticks? And the closest that place spawns, it's all military, so it's not like proper fabric. Not at least. It's all probably some sort of pretty hard synthetic stuff. Yeah, that's the main problem. Feastmaster. Good. Though this is going to be a short one. Blaze. Huh. This track spawns. Do they all here spawn hunting loot? No, I don't think so. Half a deer and 3 canteens. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been just wasting my time while you were eating. I've had quite some food too in game. So, port point. That one. That box we don't need. Christmas menu. Yeah. Wires. Okay. So initially, when Livonia was just released, this place didn't have any sign of human presence there. It was those two just concrete, sort of kind of brackets looking outwards. That's probably the best way to describe them. Gigantic concrete brackets looking outwards. So, and they didn't have anything around them. So, and only after quite some time, when the devs added a ton of small survivor camps to Livonia. Not the bases, just survivor camps. Yeah, that place got a small camp too. To keep eating. Raining again. Okay, I have a couple bandages. I could try to do the... What's it called? The torch. Wanted to say the fire stick. I could try to do it now, but, well, running around with it, going to the base. Can I cut you? Yes, I can. But these are damp. Okay. Let's see, maybe it does work. No, they are damp. It's probably not going to. But let's try. Let's give it a go. Come on, magic pixel. Oh, where did I leave it? Here it is. I left them behind. And anyway, they were damp and they weren't going to get any drier. Yeah, I know. Okay, this is dry. Let's see if I can dry the torch. I can light up the torch. Okay, it's damp, but it seems to be somewhat burning. Though it burns more like some pyrotechnic torch than the normal one. Okay. Okay, seems to be okay now. That got dry. Wait, I'm getting a plus from just the torch. Is it still possible? Yeah, I'm getting just the bonus just from the torch. I thought they disabled it. Okay, actually with the torch you get dry super fast. Only when running, it seems. Yeah. Or maybe just really the lowest possible level of that buff. So it's just enough to light it up, but not enough for anything else. No, yeah, but it cannot give you the bonus. So the bonus, though, it's not blinking now. It's like, it's constant now. So it's just like 10% of the first plus, I think. Is the backpack dry now? The backpack is dry, everything's dry. Ah, the shoes are damp. Now the shoes are dry too. Can I remove it? Can I extinguish it? Well, I'm just going to leave it behind. Let's go and check. I'm curious. You sparked my interest here. Okay, no traps here. No, today it's like blazes everywhere. And with a little bit of savannas. Maybe he gave up. Yeah. At the bottom of the ladder, but who knows, maybe there's a way to somehow put it on top. When your character starts playing that animation of getting off the ladder, you simply cannot stop it, even if you like spot the trap, and a lot of people would just spot it really at the last moment. But I think I'm on a different server, gonna get you. Okay, so everything is dry, so we can get some bark. It'll stay dry. Maybe 3 pieces. Just like this. Some bark. And then some sticks. Not sure why. But since it's like the underground expedition, why not? Firewood. Well, I would prefer sticks. It's more granular. Well, gives you sticks too. Oh, I cannot split it. I really cannot split it. Okay. It's disappointing. Okay, and 3 more sticks to have 2 full stacks. Because why would you have just 1.5 stacks when you can have 2 for the same price of inventory usage? Okay, very nice. The knife's a bit becoming a bit down. Let's resharpen it. Keep them confusing, keep them away. Confused. And away. It's a zombie. Okay, everything looks normal. Let's get inside then. It's getting pretty dark here. Okay. Now it's time to put on the pumpkin. Yep. It does work in the underground facility, in the bunker. Though it now looks like I'm playing Fortnite. The image is like sharp and clear. Cannot complain at all. It is pretty much night vision. I think the angle may be even a bit wider, because night vision is just a circle. 1911 pistols everywhere. With no batteries, yeah. Which is like super cool. Oh, I was having an underground deer. I've seen some on Deer Isle. I think it was Deer Isle. The map has, or maybe it was not Deer Isle, some other map. That map had a network of tunnels. And somewhere. And I just found deer in there. This goes down. Oh yeah, there's loot here today. So the day before yesterday, there's loot everywhere. I think day before yesterday somebody just looted everything here just in front of us. Just before us. Definitely there's loot on these crates. Yeah, POX. That's how it's supposed to be. That's the right amount of loot, not the amount we saw the last time. Oops, cannot use the scope. Quite some rounds here and there. And a claymore. And grenades, lots of them. somebody, I think, was just pretty much looting this place on that server time and time again. And I just happened to log in there between their loot runs. Claymore's nice, but I cannot turn it into a trap. I don't have anything for that. Yeah, Mr. Clean, yeah. I cannot climb anymore, so whatever. That's FAMAS magazine. The door takes so long to close. Well, I think it does. Oh yeah, look. That's how it's supposed to look. Unless there was some glitch with loot on the server. Loot glitches are possible when something doesn't properly spawn. The central loot economy is still a pretty thing of its own. Yeah, there's a grenade over there. So that's we are talking here. Let's put it that way. Let's do a run downstairs. Interesting enough that I just remembered that in Russia, Mr. Clean was renamed, and I think the whole thing was renamed Mr. Proper. Though there's no such word as proper in Russian, so it was just pretty much English still. But yeah, they call him Mr. Proper here. Yeah, there was a glow stick here. Yeah. But those things tend to glow for like pretty serious amounts of times. I brought my own shovel to the underground bunker. Well, I mean, they have their own shovels. So that was a mistake. So I'm not ready to go down there yet. But if I will, I'll try to get to that part where you can get off from the ladder, and maybe even if there's enough water just to swim to the other side, because that middle spot, if you get off there when there's no water, you just fall down. So it's like in between the top platform and the bottom, the tunnels. So maybe I'll go there, but not now. So not today. At first want to try to scare some characters, some people in DayZ, because this one is not emitting any light. So if I like put it on the ground, it will start emitting light like this. So, but it's always glowing like this. So pretty nice. Okay, I don't want to get accidentally locked. I think these big doors, if they get locked, they cannot be unlocked with just shooting. So if I'm staying down here, then I'm staying down here for now. I mean, why not? There's warm here. My character is actually getting hot. Nice. But at this point, I'm going to call it a day. So, of course, I'm not going to wait for somebody to come down here on stream. That might take hours. I will try to do what? I'll try to, during the day, log in when the server gets more pop, and I'll record if there's a fight or anything, and we will watch it. We will watch it. So if I manage to get into a fight and not just stupidly dead it, like actually I a couple times managed to get deaded in a very stupid way, in a very stupid fight, having even some high grounds in this not bacon. Why did I want to say bacon? Bunker. Come on. Back to Rust gonna get you. I see. Yeah. Maybe try some Helion. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. So this has been a short one, just like planned. Bacon makes everything better. Yeah, getting shot on bacon. I don't know. Gotta give it some thought. So, YouTube people, thank you for watching on YouTube. Leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe for more. Twitch people, thank you for watching on Twitch. I know that we've had some lurkers, and plus gonna get you in Fistmaster. Kept me company, and Rena Jones jumped in for a second. So thank you everybody for watching on Twitch. So let's go and find somebody to raid and call it a day. We always raid people's. I'm curious, there's like the Division, the game's called the Division, then there's like the Division 2, I think. But I lately been seeing people playing the Division 1. Why would people play the Division 1 when there's 2? I'm not sure. Okay. Give me a second, please. I have some candidates to raid. Quite some people are playing DZ tonight, which is super nice. Just a second. Who to raid? Who to raid? Give me a short second to figure this out. Okay, this guy I've raided a lot. This guy I just raided a couple days ago. So, and this guy I've raided. So, can we raid this person? Seem to be enjoying DZ. On a console, maybe? Yeah, on the console. Let's go and say hi to Bottle and Cappy. I just cannot be really bothered to look for somebody new tonight. So let's go and say hi to Bottle and Cappy. I will see you all tomorrow. Probably with a short one again, but we'll see. That's it for tonight. Goodbye and good night.